What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, just very quickly, before we go ahead and get into the topic of today's video, I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for going ahead and showing so much love and support on the YouTube channel recently. I really do appreciate it. All the new subscribers, all the new viewers, everybody who's just, even leaving a like on the videos and the content. It means the absolute world to me. Don't forget, this whole year is going to be extra special, I would say, personally, for this channel. We're trying to branch off as much as possible. Even though right now it's very hot in the Call of Duty and Battlefield realm, we're going to be talking about all different types of games and keeping variety nice and fresh. And also, if you guys do want to catch any of my other content, I do live stream pretty much every day besides Sundays over on my Twitch channel. You guys can catch the link to that down in the description of this video. The times that we've been starting have been a bit random, but I'm trying to get back and streaming around 1 to 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we go for about 3 to 4 hours. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all probably already know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Season 2 is going to be an absolute disaster. I think a lot of people cut a little slack with Modern Warfare 2 when Season 1 came around, and all we got was Shipment and Shoot House. But Season 2 had to, obviously, produce. It had to come out with content to make sure people would actually come back and enjoy the game. And as we all saw with the official roadmap for Season 2, we're not getting absolutely anything for 6v6 content. Of course, there's going to be weapons, but again, as I always say, weapons I categorize just as a whole aspect of Call of Duty nowadays, because there's Warzone, there's DMZ, but when it comes to specifically 6v6 and 6v6 only, maps is probably the biggest deal. And this game lacks maps. It lacks maps. And the only two we're getting within Season 2 is Dome, which is obviously a remake from Modern Warfare 3, but it's already in the Warzone map, so it's not like it's going to be too complex to get that into 6v6, and Museum, which was already a map that we played a ton in the beta. Actually, it was so overplayed in the beta, and I don't even hate it that much, to be honest. A lot of people hated that map, but it was so overplayed that I still will probably know absolutely everything about it when I finally get my hands on it again. So that's not even considered new content. At this point, after spending $70+ on this title, this is probably the most neglected we have ever seen the whole Call of Duty community. I've never, and I truthfully mean this, I've never seen a COD title as neglected as Modern Warfare 2, which is crazy because Modern Warfare 2 was the game that Activision had so much pride in and was, flaunting around, 3,000 developers working on this game, so much support. Sledgehammer came out and put out Vanguard just to give Modern Warfare 2 extra time in the oven to cook. All of these things, all of these benefits for this title, and you're telling me that you weren't able or capable of producing enough maps at launch, enough maps in Season 1 to make up for the lack of maps at launch, and nothing in Season 2 as well, nothing across the board. It doesn't seem logical at all. It's offensive. And honestly, Exclusive Ace, as I saw a tweet over here on Twitter, I think he has the right idea on how the whole Call of Duty community should handle this. He went ahead and said, as someone that's only interested in the paid portion of Modern Warfare 2, I've decided for the first time ever, I won't be buying the Battle Pass. This may hurt my ability to get gun guides out fast, but Battle Passes are designed to support games as a service, and I'm not happy with this level of service. Honestly, I completely agree. I think the whole Call of Duty community should follow in the same exact path, and it sucks because I liked this game at launch. I did. I played it a ton. I talked about it a ton. I thought it was going to be a fantastic year. And even though the ego of Infinity Ward was just on a whole different level, let's be honest, it was on a whole different level, I still enjoyed the gameplay enough that I could push past the ego, push past them, refusing to fix certain things, and just simply casually play the game, not trying too crazy, not really going absolutely berserk, not caring too much, just casually playing COD, you know what I'm saying? I was willing to do that this year. I really was, for the first time, willing to push all that crap aside to do that. And the one thing I said that I needed was content. That's it. All we need is content, and the people who are actually pushing through this game will stick with the game still, and they didn't produce it. They didn't produce it. People who are just downloading the free portion of Call of Duty nowadays, guys, the free portion, Warzone or DMZ, they get more stuff, they get more content than the people who paid for the full price tag. Now, of course, obviously, the full price tag, you get a bunch of stuff within the game, but I'm talking about the after effect. There's more support for Warzone and DMZ than there ever be for 6v6. 6v6 is a completely cut out mode at this point, but this is realistically what we have to do. Even if you enjoy the game, it's just how much abuse are you going to be able to take? I can agree with the people who enjoy this game because I enjoy it as well. But at a certain point, you have to respect yourself and respect the money that you put down for this product. And the fact that they are putting all of this disrespect, not only on the game, but on all of us as well, their community, that does not deserve they don't deserve any cash at this point. And with all honesty, there's so many different games and so many different development teams that are putting out products that, honestly, I think Call of Duty fans are going to completely love. For example, if you haven't seen already, I'll post it up right here. Apex Legends is introducing TDM into the mix for their game, which is honestly fantastic. And Apex Legends has been really stepping out of their comfort zone. They started off as a battle royale, but as time goes on, they keep implementing more and more things that will really encourage players who don't care about battle royales to at least attempt to try out their game. And I think it's totally worth it. During this point in time, I think it's totally worth it to branch out, give yourself a break, and play a different experience. I personally don't really enjoy Apex Legends, but I know there's a ton of Call of Duty players out there who really enjoy it, and you might enjoy it too. It really is amazing how much more you enjoy gaming when you stray away from the horrible development cycle of COD. It really is. I've been absolutely sucked into COD for years of my life, and the second that I decided to dabble out and really dive deep into other games again, which I used to be a very hardcore gamer, I would play everything you could possibly imagine I would play. But I got into a really hardcore phase where COD was literally it. And it's actually insane how toxic just this development team is, or development teams, even though some of them are better than others. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's not one other game out there that I can name where they are so cocky that they are the only ones who know what makes a good experience for their game, and their community doesn't know anything. And the second that I strayed away, I just have my enjoyment for games have gone up tremendously. And I think it'll be the same exact experience for you guys. Here's another one right here. This is a great post. This is just an amazing post. This is by Mark Rubin. He's actually going to be working on X Defiant, one of the ex-heads of Call of Duty back in the day. Features I would have if I were making a multiplayer FPS. No skill-based matchmaking and casual play. Ranked mode. Lobbies that stay together. Red dots on minimap. Map voting. Just to name a few. Hint, I'm making that game. There's so many other games that are coming out that will appeal to Call of Duty players. It's up to the COD players to branch out and try those games. They always go ahead and look at content creators and say, well, what room do you have? You're talking about the game. You have background, footage in the game. When they don't even know that when we're not making this content, when do we touch it? We don't touch it at all. But, they say the same exact crap, and they'll go and load up that game every single 5 seconds of their lives and run it up, and get more mad and more mad and more mad and more mad. Just stop going into the cycle. Just simply stop going to the cycle. There are some kick-ass games that are about to release within these upcoming months that I think a lot of you guys would really enjoy, and it will really help out with what we're trying to achieve in Call of Duty. Basically backing away, not giving any more money, not giving any more play time, and making them make adjustments, make changes, and change their focus onto multiplayer 6v6. That's the only possible way. And again, going back to the beginning when I was talking about exclusive Aces post, I just think that's a really good idea. I really do. I mean, we've tried to make this motion, happen in the past, but I think this time around, especially with how down bad Call of Duty actually is right now, I think this is the perfect time when people are going to be the most willing to just back away from the game. And I highly encourage a lot of you guys to do exactly as I say, back away from the game. Clearly, content creators are going to go ahead and post stuff about Season 2 and do this, do that, but I guarantee you're going to hop on, you're going to play for a couple of days, and you're going to get bored anyways. So why not try something different that might actually keep your attention? But ladies and gentlemen, do me a massive favor. Go down in the comment section and leave your opinions down below about this overall topic. Do you agree with exclusive Ace and think that basically the community should boycott, not get any of the battle passes, not purchase anything in the stores, basically avoid Modern Warfare 2 as much as possible? Or do you think that, just go with the flow of it, and eventually Modern Warfare 2 will get the content that it needs, and at some point it will be a full game? But it's worrying. I mean, 2 seasons deep? Nothing? I mean, I've never seen that before in any title, and not even Battlefield 2042. Even in Battlefield 2042, at least we got one map, at least one minimum. This is just This is bad, guys. This is very bad. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me? This too we do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, with that in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.